And hello again. I'm Alan Cook, the proud owner of the Medion. The Medion is the, older Mona Lisa. And thanks for those who are so dedicated to my tube. I'm going to tell you, hey, I found something that you're going to really like. So I had to work special tonight because when I was about to load up 3 or 4 more YouTubes, I ended up finding that not only, we know that I got the X-ray inside my painting, which is the Medion, and I also found that when I take my painting and I blow up the Mona Lisa's skull, and you'll see that when I do that, that you'll end up with this image right here. And then if I take mine and I overlay his doily into this area here, you'll see that you're going to like it. You can even see his little, little do-bobbers. Look at that. You see these lines? You can see the lines. See the lines? You can see them. How they move from here to here, from here to here, from here to here, because he makes them move. Now watch. So you fit this in. It's very difficult, so bear with me. Okay, so we got that right there. Now look at her. Her eye, her nose, her body fits exactly into the diamonds and the stars. Now watch. I'm gonna hold the diamonds and the stars, and it even goes around her blouse. Watch this. There it is. There's your face right in here. So when you put it back up, look at that. How can you get any? I don't see how you can get any better than that, unless you painted out the portrait. He ain't gonna paint out the portrait and the Mona Lisa on that. And so when you move this across, you can see how he follows her. That's why she positions in certain areas. So she fits here, she fits here, here, oops, here, and then they actually move across the room. So when you end up with this, she positions in many different areas. But this one, she's highlighted quite beautifully, wouldn't you say? And then when he shifts a little bit more to here, okay, he highlights, and right there he highlights. But when you ended up taking his doily and going right there, now you can take him and shift him up, I'm sure, and raise his doily further into the unit, and you can see where she's going to fit also. That's the way he is. Now what's unusual is that I did not check her hand yet, okay, in this. So I'm going to open this up, and I'm going to scoot this up a little bit higher, and I'm going to put this right here, and I'm going to move this higher. So we're going to lose their faces. I fit that right about there, maybe 1 notch down. Give it a little tight squeeze. Look at his hand. There's his hand. Watch. You can see his hand almost as clear as day and night. There's his hand. It's clear as day and night. You can see his arm. Look at it. You can see his arm running in the shade. Look at that. Perfect fit. When you end up with this is going to go right here. So if I wanted, I could go like this. I scoot this right in here. There's his shoulder. His hand also comes here. But if you move it back, and go up, his shoulder goes back to this pit. See? And then his hand matches perfectly in there. Perfect. Fingers and all. Now her hand is right there. Now I'm going to hold her hand right there, and that means she got the twisted finger right there. Okay, so I'm going to shift this up, which is right here. Okay, so here it is. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we're going to hold it right there. We take this. It's right there. Now it could be right here too because he moves it. You can see the hands. You can see the movements. But we're working on this one. Oh, look at that. Look at it. You can see the rails going through. You can see the wrist on both sides. Now I'm going to hold it there. Look at that. You can see her arm. But anyway, let's stick with the 4 dots. Right there. See, look at that. You see this V? Here's the V. Here's her hand, the V. So it's right in there. There's the V. So you got that. You got the fingers. Fingers, fingers, fingers. Okay. Then you got the last finger, which goes boom, over, and down. Look at that. There it is. And you can see it. Put it side by side. It is so beautiful. Anyway, let's do something else. Watch this. I'm going to take this. I'm going to move this up. I'm going to slide this over. I'm going to blow this up as far as I can. Then I'm going to take this one and do the same. Okay, so that means that's where that area would go. You can see the doilies. Watch. You can see the area of the doilies, how they would shift. You can see his red lips. You can see the redness up here. Okay. Now, what we're going to do, you see these dinger balls? You can see where they would go. How he's shifting to go to her. He moves to her. So what I want is to take this and slide it over, and I'm going to take this one and slide it over and see if I can find her. Look at that. There she is. Found her. Look at that. All in stars. Look at how she matches all in the stars. Here's her face coming across. Look at that. Matches. Look at that. That's her. He highlighted her like a light. Look at his hand here. See how his hand goes this way? Here's her face here. Look at it. Coincidental? The straight line to match the face? No. Not with Leo. So, ladies and gentlemen, The proof is that I have the Mona Lisa's x-ray. And the proof is he loved her so much that he constantly painted her to where she would go anywhere within the painting. And she went with him everywhere he went. That's the way the story is. Still today, they want to know how many Mona Lisas did they make. Now this one actually spells out boy in one of them. B-O-Y. And that so happens to be this one. Upside down, and it's an angel. It's in one of my other YouTubes. But I just want to let you know that, you know, you're dealing with a Leonardo da Vinci crazy genius guy. And here's the x-ray to prove it. And with all that, I got to say, I want you guys to stay safe, keep your distance, wash your hands, tell your mom and your dad and your brothers and your sisters and your teachers that don't have to be related for you to love them. Love is in many degrees. And with that, I got to say, if you can subscribe, I would love that. And with that, also to say, may God bless the whole world, the universe, and the heavens, and you have a wonderful, wonderful night. Amen.